Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I've been getting some comments on wanting to see more business stuff, so I decided I'm going to make y'all a little series here of some of the stuff that I've done and more businessy stuff. And but with that being said, I have no former business education except for the stuff that I've learned myself and talked to people about and talked to successful business owners that's pointed me in the right direction. And as far as the legal stuff with your business, I have no legal education whatsoever. It's just stuff that I've talked to people about and they pointed me in the right direction. And as far as your taxes and stuff, I have no education in that either except for what I know, and my CPA takes care of every bit of that stuff for me. I just do what she tells me to do. So with all that out of the way, I'm going to get to the very first hurdle you're going to run into with starting a welding business is education. You need an education either through trade school or working at a shop, something like that, learning how to read blueprints, weld, cut, grind. I mean, you need that good base to build off of. And that's like little backstory here. I started out welder helping, and that's where I learned all my fundamentals at. I mean, I learned a lot from all that stuff. I mean, everything that I've learned or everything I know now is all based off of what I learned welder helping. So with that being said, you're going to learn more stuff out in the real world, and you're getting paid all at the same time too. Because as far as certifications go, you can go to college and get certifications and this and that, but those certifications don't carry over anywhere else. Each company, each contractor, they all have their own stipulations. That's like pipelining. We all take the same. Every company pretty much has the same welding test, and you got to have all their papers. I mean, you could be working for one company today, and just like then tomorrow you'd be working for another company 30 seconds down the road. Same welding test, same welding procedures, but you got to have a actual different welding test for that company, if that makes sense. If I confuse you guys, just let me know, and I'll elaborate on that in another video. But yeah, I mean, that's how I see it. Everybody else might see it a little different. As far as going to college and stuff, yeah, you're going to learn a lot more different stuff, but you're going to pay for that too. But as far as getting real world experience and learning how to do, what you want to do, it's so much better getting it out in the field, because you're going to run into the problems out in the field that you're not going to run into in the shop. Plus, you're making money if you're working. Which that kind of leads into my next point, and this will be the last point of this video. That way I don't bore you guys. But the next problem you're going to have is money. You're going to have money to do everything. You're going to have money to set up your business. You're going to have money to buy your welding machines, your welding hood, which you might already have, gloves, filler metal, welding rods, wire, TIG rods, so on and so forth. This stuff is expensive, and I mean, that's why you charge a premium to do it, because you got stuff that the neighbor down the street doesn't have. That's the only way you're going to be successful, is if you can do something that the neighbor can't do for free, if that makes sense. So I mean, and then that gets pricey. So you're going to have a big stash of money stashed away that you can live off of for like a year, because it's going to be months to years before you can start like actually making some good money, or taking money out of your business, I guess to say, because most of your money is going to be put right back into your business. So you need a job to live off of, and then kind of have welding as a I guess more of a hobby / side business or side hustle, you're going to have to work a normal job and do your welding stuff in the nights, evenings, weekends, your days off to get your name out. And most of the time, some of these companies, like construction companies and stuff, they don't want to down a piece of equipment while it's running if it's something that doesn't like hinder its performance, like a bucket shank. If they break a bucket shank, they can still use that excavator and, you know, not really mess up a whole lot of stuff for a shift. So you can come in that evening and weld them a new shank on, then that way that next morning they're ready to go. So I mean, you can kind of work it out in their downtime, and it's really, you're off work, so it kind of works out both ways. And if you can do after hours, sometimes you can make a little more money for doing after hours stuff. So really, that's about it. I mean, that's going to be your biggest issues, is learning how to do stuff, having the knowledge to do it, and having the money to keep on doing it. So get educated and find a job that, or work your normal day job, and use your welding stuff as a side hustle until you can have a normal client base, like consistent clients coming in. Then you can kind of more transition more into your own thing. But anyways, I hope I didn't confuse the crap out of you guys. I hope y'all learned something out of it. And like I said, I have no real right to tell you guys anything to do. I'm just giving y'all my personal opinion or how I done something. But look at all this stuff for yourself. That way you don't get yourself in a bind. I don't know your situation. You don't know mine. If you know what I'm saying. I don't want nobody to try to take my advice and get themselves into a financial hardship spot. So, I mean, but that's my opinion. That's how I done it. If you guys need me to elaborate on any of these two little things here in this video, just let me know. But I'll post another video here next day or two. That way, they won't be super long and boring and so on and so forth. But hey, like always, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing, and I'll catch y'all next time.